I'm 7 News meteorologist Steve Rudin, and the deep freeze is on. The good news, the snow, the sleet, the freezing rain, the ice, it is over with, but it's not going away, at least not anytime soon. Surge of colder air on the way over the coming days. Here's our view for Thursday, January 29th. The coldest over the Great Lakes, over into Pennsylvania and New York. But notice how it takes a dip moving into the upcoming weekend, just off to the west of D.C. And look at Florida moving into the weekend. They're looking at overnight lows by Sunday night in Miami, only in the 40s. So it just goes to show you how extreme and how widespread the cold air is across the eastern half of the United States. There is some good news here. Signs that's going to begin to retreat moving into next week, and that's going to be our best bet for the mid-Atlantic to finally see temperatures above freezing by Monday and Tuesday of next week. Here's our temperature trend as we head through the next 5 days. Highs on Tuesday only around 30 degrees, upper 20s on Wednesday, and then that reinforcing shot of very cold air on Thursday. It will stick around come Friday and Saturday. And on Saturday, we're throwing in a chance, and I need to stress a chance for some snow. I'll have more on that coming up with a look at our futurecast. I'm going to show you two different versions with two very different stories. But the big story moving through overnight into the day tomorrow, the cold weather alerts. They stretch all the way from our area down through Tennessee, Arkansas, over toward Dallas, Austin, and Houston. Those are all cold weather advisories, and we are going to be looking at a extreme cold warning for western Maryland, Garrett and Allegheny counties. That's overnight into early tomorrow morning. These areas are shaded in blue. Cumberland and Frostburg, higher elevations, could feel wind chill values anywhere from 20 to 25 degrees below zero. For the metro area, those wind chills are going to hover at or below zero come Tuesday morning. Here's our futurecast for our wind chill values looking into the day tomorrow, at least the start of it. Mechanicsville, Colonial Beach, Fredericksburg, anywhere from 0 to 5 or 6 degrees below zero. A little bit colder, but you probably won't notice the difference whether you're 5 below or 10 below at Warrenton, Luray, and Woodstock. Off toward the west, 10 below in Fountainhead, around 7 below for wind chills in Martinsburg and the D.C. metro area. Why so many schools are closed, not only because of the ice, but also because of these wind chill values that are going to be below zero across much of the area. Now, wind chill factors as we move through the day on Wednesday and Thursday, definitely on the cold side. Wednesday, not even making it out of the teens, and there's that reinforcing shot of very cold air on Thursday. Feels like temperatures to start the day below zero, eventually hovering anywhere between about 8, 9, 10 degrees during daylight hours. And this is for the district in Arlington and Alexandria. Here are our morning lows in terms of the record potential. Tomorrow, the forecast is 9 degrees, but a long-standing record of 6 back in 1935. Now, Wednesday, the record most likely going to be safe at 14 degrees, 2 below is the record. And then one of our longest-standing records set back in 1873, 11 degrees. Well, that's our forecast morning low, but we're looking at a record of 2, so I think that's also going to be safe. Let's talk about our temperature trend. Over the next 10 days, we stay below normal, not only for Tuesday, Wednesday, but there's that coldest air on Thursday, and then we stay below 30 degrees through the upcoming weekend, and there's that warm up. Our best bet for significant melting, that's going to come early next week through the middle of next week, with highs that will eventually make it into the middle to upper 30s. Our January high so far this month has been a mixed bag. We had that stretch of very mild days early in the month and through the middle of the month. Now we're looking at that stretch of very cold days. On Sunday, our high was only 29 degrees. Moving through the rest of the month, all the way through Saturday, we're going to fill those in with blue boxes for below normal temperatures. Our next weather maker, I don't want anyone to panic when they see this because it's only Monday and a lot can change over the next 5 to 7 days. But these are our snowfall trend graphic, and some forecast models show hardly anything at all. And then there's the European model. We've heard a lot about that over the last several days. And we noticed during our last storm that it had some wild amounts, anywhere between 18 to 24 inches of snow. we're going to see this fluctuate over the coming days. We'll watch it closely for you, but it's good to keep in the back of your mind if you have weekend plans that maybe are by air, because so many delays and cancellations over the last several days. Maybe you're trying to get out this weekend, but could be problematic. And I need to stress, could be. Here's our futurecast, and this is the American model, and it shows a very different story in terms of that potential winter weather maker moving into the upcoming weekend. Here we are in D.C., Ocean City right over here. Moving into Saturday afternoon, notice how that system stays well off the coastline. Perhaps it's clipping Delmarva and then southeastern Virginia. But the D.C. metro and areas off to the west stay dry, at least according to this forecast trend, as it lifts on off toward the north and east with hardly any impacts on the metro. That'd be the best case scenario, because I don't want any more snow or ice, and I'm probably sure you agree with it. But this right here is the European model, the one that showed over 20 inches of snow. Once again, I need to stress, it's one forecast model. We're going to have multiple runs over the coming days, but worth keeping in the back of your mind by 10 o'clock Saturday morning. This one wants to pull in snow across our area and then keep that going during the day on Saturday into Saturday night before finally pulling out of here by Sunday with the heaviest of snow toward Philadelphia and New York City. Once again, I know I said it just about 30 seconds ago, just a computer simulation, but worth watching and worth keeping in the back of your mind over the coming days. Watch and a warning, just to give you some details to refresh the memory. A winter storm watch is issued for the potential for a significant winter weather maker. A winter storm warning means that, well, the winter weather is already happening. We saw that happen over the weekend. We went from a watch to a warning, and then everything canceled out when the system finally moved on out of here. So here are our top snow events in Washington, D.C., at least for recorded. The biggest one was back in 1922 with 28 inches. And of course, we all remember, or many of us remember, 10 years ago, back in 2016, that was a big storm with around 18 inches. We were nowhere close to that this past weekend, although our forecast was right on target, between 5 to 10 inches of snow. We'll take you out, look at our 7-day outlook. We'll be on cold alert during the day on Tuesday. Temperatures around 29 degrees. Those feels like temperatures will only be in the teens. Wednesday around 27, and then a reinforcing shot of very cold air on Thursday. We're around 25 degrees at that point. Now, waking up early Friday morning, we're looking at widespread single digits, and these are actual air temperatures, even below zero off toward the north and west of us. There's that wintry weather chance on Saturday and Sunday, but once again, not a guarantee. A lot's going to change between now and then. We're going to keep you updated. As always, you can stay up to date with the latest forecast. It's very easy to do. You can stay with us at WJLA.com and also have your First Alert weather app ready to go. If you don't already have it on your smartphone, head over to the App Store or Google Play. I'm 7 News meteorologist Steve Rudin.